sure it's going over here. And I'll pop out the chat once it looks good. All right, looks like we're live. I'm just going to pop the chat out right quick so we can see any comments. All right. Welcome to the Bard of All Trades podcast. I'm your host, Brad the Bard, and today I have the Yogi, the man, Bill Henry. And before we get into the show, I just want to shout out my sponsors, my Patreon subscribers, Sam and Chris. If you guys want to support the show, check out my Patreon in the description. Additionally, BNB Media, if you guys want to have help with your live events or just regular filming for your events, hit us up and we'll take care of you. Valley Jiujitsu, if you guys want a week free learning how to beat people up, check out Valley Jiu-Jitsu in Allentown and mention me, and you get a week for free. And finally, the Hive Jiu-Jitsu as well. Make sure you guys check out the Hive. They're in Cream Ridge, New Jersey. Additionally, mention me, and you get a week for free. Finally, the last one is Vedinian. If you guys like horror, sci-fi, and creative writing, check out his website in the description. And thank you very much. And we'll start the show off on that note. How you doing, Bill? So I just went through my first hot yoga session here at the Twisted Monkey.
Still alive.
Yeah, it was intense, I gotta say. I was telling our friend Matt over here a moment ago that I'd never been able to like put my leg behind my head, but I saw you do it and it was like warm and I'm like, all right, I gotta try it. And I got it further behind my head than I ever had before in my life. And I'm 30. Yeah, I just turned 30, so it's good stuff. So tell me a little bit about what got you into doing yoga.
Oh, it's a long experience.
Yeah, man.
You know, sort of a divine intervention.
Yeah, for
got
sure.
a little trouble before. I had a furniture store, and I was in a crowd that made meth back in the 70s.
Yeah, I heard.
And whatnot. Yeah. I was big in Kensington. We were all.
Yeah. We can get into that story then.
Yeah, later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now we have to 10 years or so, 12 years, the rats were going out there, and we got caught, and we all along the sentence was 5 years with the feds.
Yeah.
And you had 50% good time. You did 2.5 years. So what happens? You don't learn no lesson. You go in, do it, learn, come back. You meet new contacts, and doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
If I got caught, they changed it like 6 months earlier. Reagan,
oh, man.
They gave me 15 years. It was 188.
Reagan screwed you over there.
Yeah, but basically that's what it took.
Yeah. So from what I read, you with your group of guys, you were putting out like hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of like meth and stuff out of this lab. So how did you find a location to do that and stuff? Like how did that happen?
Oh, we went up a lot in the mountains, up in Poconos. And
oh man.
Up in New York State.
Yeah.
New York State was a good one.
Yeah.
We had 150 acres up there. It was $50,000 we paid for.
Oh man, it's like
it's
nothing.
An old woman who had it, and this is funny. This is true too, and it was perfect. It's an old lady, had her husband died, so this 150 acres we had, it was in the mountainside.
Yeah.
Perfect for us, up high, we could go. Down below was her was her farmland, it's flat land. So she told us the top part, 50,000 was a hell of a deal. So.
Yeah, man, I wish I could have that much for 50,000.
This is ironic the way shit happens. I tell you, it's fucking crazy. Nice old lady. Want people up the camp. We had our tents up there. And it was high enough we could cook, over the meth and all this shit. It's about a week we'd come down and leave. So I was up in there. It's near the deer season, November, New York. New York State. And her son's there, and he introduced himself. He said, hey, do you mind if we continue to hunt up in that area? I got a group of friends, we go up and we go through and hunt. I says, yeah, sure. And he said, we'll stay away from the tents you have and all that stuff. I says, oh, by the way, what do you do? He said, I'm a New York State trooper.
Oh, man.
Nothing's better than I bet your friends are all New York State police, aren't they? He says, yeah, they go, man. I said, great. I said, I'm perfectly safe, man. I left that one up the farm we were cooking. I said, file the fuck up for our business, Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, when I got caught, they said, yeah, you just squirmed that out there because they found out you'd have been 20 to life. That was their terms.
Yeah, that's wild, man. Yeah. So that's like a skin of your jeans situation right there.
Right.
That's pretty wild. Oh man, so that was that instance, but then like you had an operation that you guys were doing in like the Philly area too.
Oh yeah, all over.
Yeah, man. Oh, so that's crazy. So you would kind of like pop from spot to spot.
Oh, we changed about every year.
Yeah.
You got another place and just let the property go. Don't even bother. It's all paid for and
Yeah.
let it rot.
Yeah, I remember. Let it rot. I remember reading like something on the internet like a while ago where it was like someone was putting up these like pop-up like meth labs in like Walmart bathrooms. So like
Walmart bathrooms?
yeah,
That don't even make sense.
yeah. So they must have like
yeah,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, it was probably like not as streamlined as it is now for them to be doing it like that.
Yeah, we didn't even have to do it. I had a furniture business going, but they're just friends, and we got together. It was a big thing and a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
You know what it took us to make a pound of meth?
No, well, you were saying back then
And
that
chemicals.
you like the Nazi formula that they
Yeah.
were using is basically
It'd be
what it was.
$150, and we'd get like $8,000 a pound.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So what, like hypothetically, like
Well, it's past the age time that anyone would all fart like that. And go for
Like-
retirement again.
Yeah. So like, what would you have to buy back then? Because I think like things change now with the way they do things. Like, what would you buy to make this stuff? Like, how did you find out how to make it and everything?
Well,
like
we
that?
made the P2P, phenol 2 protein. I'm not a chemist or anything.
Yeah.
I'm on the job training.
Yeah.
Kensington, And we made the P2P, which was almost possible for anybody else. Any other meth manufacturer, they buy the P2P.
Mm-hmm.
They go for like 25,000 a gallon, but it makes 14 pounds of pure meth. And out of that, you can flick out like 20 pounds.
Yeah,
And still give
that's
room
crazy.
To get onto it. That was the life I had there.
Yeah.
And plus, I had a regular furniture store. I
Yeah.
didn't need that. It's
Yeah,
just,
for real.
just fun. We weren't hurting nobody.
Yeah.
It was just a ball we were having.
Yeah, man. Like you were saying, like there wasn't like fentanyl and all this other shit in it,
Nah.
like at the time. So it's crazy
Nobody
to think
addicted.
about that
Because
stuff.
when I went in, I figured, oh shit, what's going to fucking happen? I do fucking like about a couple grams a day myself,
Yeah.
I still had the furniture business and the whole bit, just playing everything around.
Yeah.
I said, how's it going to feel? And I got 3 days I slept. Never had withdrawals. It wasn't that addictive,
Yeah.
It was the pure mess.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy to
best
think
in
about
town.
it. Yeah, the best in town. That's crazy, man. So, like, can you tell me a little bit about like what was the industry like at that time? Like, so we figured out that you're kind of gathering like the supplies in these random spots and like kind of you want to be quick in and out kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
You don't ever want to be in a spot too long.
It's paid no more than a year. Really.
Yeah.
If it's a cabin up in the Wizard, where we got caught was up in the Poconos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where you got caught.
Montrose,
Damn.
Yeah, that was in ISO. In fact, it was 22 acres, and we spent like what was it, $50,000.
Mhm.
Nice
In the
place
Poconos.
hidden up there,
Yeah.
and
How'd you get caught?
that'll be good. Yeah, I had number one. I started up. I had like booby traps.
Oh, man. That's sick.
And saying that like the article they wrote, but they
Yeah.
won't hurt nobody. They're regular things. I had instead of they'd have a plaster to scare their animals. Basically.
Mhm.
I used them to scare the people if anybody came through. And at the end, I had a Western shotgun shell, right? Empty pump pellets, no,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
80 in it. So when it would go off, the cylinder would blow it off. It'd be just a bang.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd alert us, and then we could get out of town. And
Yeah.
They came in at 2 a.m.
Oh no, yeah, they
Best thing that ever happened,
Yeah. Yeah, so that put you in prison. Like, how many people got caught at that time?
Just myself and my partner.
Yeah, so it was just you two guys. Man, you're just kind of having a good night, like on a
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah,
night,
we were
one
cooking
night,
up
and then
there,
they
like-
got you or something.
I'm on my stomach. I'm half comfy. This one kid has a M14 and back there he's shaking like hell. I said, "Come on, kid, you're not gonna fucking shoot me."
Yeah.
Oh, shut up, shit.
Oh man.
But no, that was. We never worried about it because the time of the sentence, I thought was still 5 years.
Yeah.
Like I said before, that's that was a piece of cake. You did 2.5, and you meet other drug dealers, and bang, it triple your business. So it's a nice little vacation.
Yeah.
It doesn't last too long with the feds. After
Yeah.
Reagan,
Yeah.
around, but,
For sure. So did you got out kind of early for your sentence for behaving like well and stuff?
Well, the last time before they changed the law, it was 50% good time. Now it was
Yeah.
20%. So I did basically out of the 15 years, 8 months, and with about 14.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
about that. Not too much of a good time.
Yeah. Not too much of a good time.
It was about 20%. It was about 3 years.
Yeah. So then, like, while you were in the can, like, did you find some literature on like yoga and stuff? Like, what got you moving into it?
How it hooked up, Danny, is it's amazing because I'm in there and I wasn't worried about it until I found out they did change the drug law and we're getting that big triple sentence.
Yeah.
This book I found in there in the prison library, and I'm looking for just a novel to read. This book fell by itself, and I put it back. I was only in the library. I even asked the librarian, nobody's around. I came out, and I put it back from Edgar Casey. He's a sleeping prophet back in the 20s and 30s, and yoga wasn't about yoga. It was mentioned, but it was the spiritual life of how he was a true psychic, and I got involved with it. I said, let me read this. That's what basically got me started, and then I got into the yoga. There was a yoga class being put on
at the prison,
at the joint.
That's crazy.
Ready for one of the few, because I was doing it after a while. I got in talking to the guy, and it was a Kundalini yoga, and we were getting pretty good on it. And then I started getting all the material, and I started practicing it all in the cell, and just got really addicted to it. And they'd all see me. The guards would see me practicing in the morning. Guard, the camp. They check out, and they told me, Bill, why don't you get a class? I said, well, you're the boss. I said, I'll do what you want. That's what started it. And I had 5 or 6 guys that just, when I knew how to program, I looked, and that's all I did. I just wanted to do it.
That's sick, man. That's really cool. So I'm curious, how did you do it? And like you were doing your cell doing it. You were doing it on like concrete on your knees and stuff?
In a cell, yeah.
Oh,
There's
man.
concrete floor, but with a blanket. Well,
at least you had the blanket. Yeah, jeez.
No mats now. No fluffy soft mats and shit. On a blanket on a cold floor.
Yeah. Dang, man. And they didn't have it hot in there for you to be extra
flexible.
flexible.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Fucking the feds take care of you.
Yeah.
They don't beat you or starve you.
Yeah, I feel that.
But they're rotten on their law, though, man. They're mean. They're serious.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I knew there's a lot of state police shit and all that, and the regular guys, you get the heads up, and the feds were involved with. The feds got you. They got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? So you're in your 80s now, so you've seen some things. I'm curious, what's your perspective on kind of the way that world has changed over your lifespan?
Oh, man. This is my 4th generation.
Yeah.
I was born in 1939.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
In the 50s and 60s were the craziest. That's when it all started. In the 60s and in the 70s.
Yeah.
You see it constantly changed. And
they had the acid was coming out and stuff.
People, all the women, what they want, back in the 60s is what started,
Yeah.
And, they'd run away from home, join these cults and shit. And, it was worse than today,
Yeah.
It's a hell of an experience. And I got into it and I was never religious. Never thought about yoga. It just came to me. And it's a divine intervention.
Yeah,
hey, I thank
sure.
every guy. And you tell people, gee, I think every day. I thank God every day. I got 15 years of prison sentence to understand what this is all about.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Because we haven't. Some people can hit with a feather. I needed a heavy hit with a brick.
Yeah, yeah, you were saying that, right? Some people need to be hit with a feather.
Fun.
Yeah, I think I'm like you, man. I got to get hit with a brick.
Yeah, never lose.
Yeah,
always have it.
Yeah. Do you think that I know a lot of people have different opinions on the prison system and how it, treats people and things like this. But for you think it kind of gave you an ability to kind of straighten your life out?
Yeah, well, my opinion, I didn't have a crooked life. I was having fun.
Yeah.
My fucking life was great. I had a wife. I had 2 girlfriends. My life was fucking fantastic. I had a Cadillac and shit. Just
those horns up on the wall were on the Cadillac.
Yeah, I got them when I got out.
Yeah.
I had a furniture store. And I had 1 wife with kids and another girlfriend with a condo about a quarter mile away. Not even that from the house. And my kids never gave me up.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I had a place in town down at the 19th JFK Boulevard, the Carlton House apartment up the 19th floor. Another one of my guys in a business. We shared an apartment up there. Just another place to hide.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Party.
Have the connections. That's wild stuff, man.
Yeah,
So
it's a good life.
yeah, man. I mean, I met you today, and I could tell
first
you're
time I'm
a good
glad
guy,
you
man.
came.
Good vibes, you know.
It is great.
For
yeah.
sure, man. So
My monkey's a good little
yeah,
guy.
dude, this is a good guy
Never
too.
did get the
Big
Smuckers
fan.
joint,
Yeah, he's passing.
He says, wait, yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about like some yoga philosophy and stuff because you gave me a pamphlet thing. I'm definitely gonna read that when I get out of here. Yeah. So we went through like like the 5 cycle thing. Like you had to start with the clockwise rotation thing and stuff like this. So like just like a broad general question, I'll let you kind of riff on here. What do you think the significance is of the mind body connection for a human? Like, can you riff on that?
Let's see. What's the significance? How would you put that? What's more important?
Yeah,
Some
right.
people, the body or the mind.
Yeah.
You have to gel the two, get the two together to make it work.
Yeah.
A lot of people sort of go one way or the other, get super religious and nothing else matters, just that, and you don't go that way. You know, you got to be acceptable to everything. Be happy for everybody, you know. Just have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
You're not hurting anybody. And
Yeah.
and it's easy to do. We all have it.
Yeah. Right.
Look what I got just from. They never doubted for 1 second, ever since I got caught and started doing yoga, that the future wasn't going to be good. I always knew something was going to happen. Right? I had the building, but it was rented. My son was running this place. You know?
Yeah.
So I said, see if I could use the basement, use the studio. I started meditating. Meditating is the most important thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's when you become really connected, you know, and you just... And I had a couple guys in there were doing the same thing, meditation, past life readings, each and other and whatnot. You know, it was interesting. You know, got out and I just went right into it.
Yeah. I feel like just from meeting a few of the members of the gym today or the studio is a very good group. Everyone welcomed me like immediately. Yeah. So that was like a very cool like vibration kind of thing. You immediately felt like this is a warm place to be, not just about the temperature. Yeah. But yeah, so can you tell me a little bit about, like, obviously we're in like the Philadelphia area, so there's a lot of people around here, you know what I mean? People looking for friends. But how did you build such a solid community so quickly, like, and maintain it through like the pandemic
and stuff?
and stuff?
Year.
Yeah, yeah.
20th year.
Yeah.
When I first got out, luckily my son saved the building here.
Mm-hmm.
I was over to get into here, you know, and I had one, because I had it rented out to a dance studio. My son had it rented out. I didn't know who she was. It was everything he knew. I've been away for 14, 15 years, you know. So I used the basement. She wasn't using it. You can go and make a studio. That's what I did. Cleaned it up. My son and I were dumping all the trash from, you know, when I like on the you know, with the prisoner on release, you know.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Like parole kind of thing. Yeah.
For about halfway house, I was in there for about a year, you know, and they make you stay there.
Yeah.
And then it's, then I had moved in here. But yeah, everything worked pretty cool. And I put a sign out. You know, yoga studio, that was it. Not Twisted Monkey.
Yeah, yeah.
What he comes loaded
yeah.
down the road. But within 20 minutes, I had a phone call. They really, people, I just, I'm just starting. Come on in, blah, 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 you know. Finally had a little class going in, and I was getting busy after about 6 or 7 years. I was only doing it a couple of days because I took on my mother, and my mom was 95. My sister put her in a nursing home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
She was like 94 when I picked her up.
Oh,
Went
wow.
up in Springhouse, yeah.
Your family likes to live a long time, it seems like.
Yeah, that's a good old Irish mom.
Yeah.
They live forever. They live
Probably made
forever,
a mean shepherd's pie.
Mean as shit. She had a rule of that fucking thing, man. I remember when I got a little taller and I get older than the man. I love it, man. She was great. You know? So anyway, she was in a home. My sister put her in there. So I kept, Mom and I get out, I'm going to take care of you. So you go up there, my kids, my 5 set of twins, and they were here and the other one was working. I said, come on, let's go pick up Grandma from the home. Going up to the home in Springfield. And they're all run by nuns or something, you know.
Yeah.
So I come out and see Mrs. Henry, you know, well, Mom or son, I'm going to take her home. No, you can't. I said, wait a minute, I don't know if you understood me. I said, I'm her son, okay? I came to take her out of this fucking place. Now, she owes money, I'm going to pay her. But I'm getting her right now. You could do what the fuck you got to do. That's my mom. So anyway, she goes, So I go up, we get Mom. She's all ready with a suitcase. I bring her down, you know. So I come up down here to the store down there. I was living here then, up to the first floor of this apartment. So I said, yeah, my daughter says, how are we going to get Mom upstairs? I said, I got a hand lift. One of these machines, seat machine, coming up here. Oh, chair lift. I said, I have a chair lift. Oh, yeah. When you get that, Pop, I said, last year, I come over, I had a chair at the bottom of the steps. And I said, here's your chair lift. My mom said, go upstairs. My daughter, you son of a bitch. I said, you're up, Mom. You're up here for good, Mom. And I got 99 years out of it up here, you know.
That's awesome, man.
Good girl, you know.
Mm-hmm. Man, that's incredible. It seems like in your mind, like throughout your life, you've always been kind of just doing it. You know what I mean? Like you're just.
Oh, like, I knew I was a pirate in another one. Because we have one of our students.
I knew I was a pirate in another one.
Shit, fuck yeah.
Jack Sparrow back here.
Fuck yeah, I was in wars and everything.
Yeah.
Past life readings I had, you know.
Yeah.
And one of the girls here, Roxanne Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
She does our sort of the spiritual work a little bit. She has her own place. You know, you can reach her. But she got me on a past life reading on it. And these different lives I knew I was in, like pirate and shit, you know. And I knew I was in the Civil War. You know,
yeah.
I died in Gettysburg.
Oh, man. That's wild shit, dude.
Because I was in the joint, I was in the carpenter shop for a while, you know.
Yeah.
I sort of concentrated, like I was making these little villages and sending them home to my daughter, you know, which her boyfriend stole all the ones I had.
Oh, man.
Little wagons. I was in a carpenter shop making shit and sending them away in envelopes. You know, you could send a package home, you know, so you could send
it had to be small. Yeah,
right. So I was making all this stuff in there. And that was funny, but yeah. Other than that, it's the way it was. It was good.
Yeah, man. That's really cool, man. I like that. I like the whole vibe behind that stuff. So can you tell me a little bit about how COVID affected like the yoga stuff? Because I know like for me personally, I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at the time and like a lot of gyms had to shut down. So what you would start seeing is a lot of these gyms would start like popping up in people's basements. You'd have, like there's an underground fight community, kind of like Fight Club. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but it was kind of starting to happen, and it was really cool that I got to be involved with that. So I'm just curious, like, how did you guys make it through the yoga like situation? Because I know like obviously you guys are thriving now, and I know Philly just had like a new mask mandate recently, and it seems like you guys are like, no, I'm here for the yoga.
I went halfway with it. For about 2 months, I was closed. You know, what's that?
No, you were closed for like 3 weeks.
Like 3 months, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's his mad fighter. Yeah. He just do jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah, me and Matt rolled. We were kicking each other's ass.
And he's my weed advisor. The best there is.
Let him know.
Best you know. Yeah, so.
But yeah, how did you guys like weather the storm to get through COVID? Like,
well, everybody wanted to for me to come and open it. My partner was like, "Oh no, you're gonna get cool." And I said, "Look, you do what you want to do. I do what I do downstairs."
Yeah.
Because I gave the first floor to this girl who was coming over. I had to open it because the dance studio, she was going tits up. I lowered her rent three times, you know. And then I said, nah, and then it finally came to a point where I had to open it because I was getting busy and I wanted somebody to run the first floor.
Mm-hmm.
And so this girl was coming like twice a week, and she lived in L.A.
And
she lived here. Well, she went to visit there in the month of June and July because she didn't come to the class. I always wondered. I said, "What do you do?" She said, "I'm from L.A. Come here, you know, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
I said, "Look, next time you go out, see what's new, you know, in the yoga market, because it takes a couple of years before the East Coast picks up on what the West Coast is doing."
No, they're like on the cutting edge out there.
This is about 9 years ago. And she went down. Well, what they're doing out there is having the wine tasting yoga. You know? And it would be having a wine, and she'd go through about 3 or 4 magnets. It wasn't a fucking drinking party, and all that, but she'd do 15 minutes of explaining what the wine is, you know, and how you do it, and what it goes with certain foods, and it was a different wine every time. And then go do 15, 20 minutes of yoga. Straight yoga. Nobody's high. Nobody's fucked up. And just do that like 3 or 4 times. And the person would get maybe about 4 ounces, you know, just enough. And it was a different wine all the time. She explained what it was. And she was doing that quite a bit. She started that, and she always wondered, "Oh, I think this is legal." I said, "Sure, it's legal. Well, it's legal till we get caught doing it." But anyway, there wasn't anything illegal about it, you know. So she had to get adjusted to the way we do that stuff in the East Coast.
Yeah.
We're a little maverick, you know.
Yeah.
That's why we're popular. We're the cheapest from Philly.
Yeah,
I
you
love
think
it,
so?
too.
Yeah.
It's all about giving back.
Well, I saw the sign outside said $10.
Yeah.
$10
yeah.
a session.
Wow.
That's. I can't think of another thing that you can spend $10 for an hour of an activity. Like,
I don't mean to interject.
Yeah.
Like the way he gave you a free class, he does that for so many people.
yeah, man, I appreciate that as well. Yeah, man.
About, like, if you're not sure if it's for you, he'll give you a class.
Yeah,
He's the best.
yeah, man.
You know, it's a way of. I'm not saying anybody to do it, but I mean, if you can do it, why not? I mean, I'm fucking happy. I'm satisfied with what I got. You know, what I came to me. I'm you know, thankful.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I can tell that about you.
Like a great attitude,
yeah,
what it's
you
gonna
do.
give it.
Like with your whole life, it seems like you have a very like charismatic and like just bright energy to you. You know what I mean?
That's what you get.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
That's what you get when you do this shit. You know,
Yeah.
You do it, and having fun doing it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I understand. It's inside you. Just have to bring it out and work it. You know?
Yeah, for
You're
sure,
working
man.
it. We're all working it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be up here today if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
This
you,
one-
go ahead. I'm
This wouldn't
sorry.
go on if it wasn't. If you didn't, the higher vibrations that we all attract, and see, that's how it works.
Yeah. Do you have any crazy stories, like any Philly stories?
Oh.
Like,
You can't. You got to be on ABC.
yeah. Got to go through the Rolodex.
The guys is there. You saw them in the meth business.
Oh man.
Little Nicky Scarfo. He thought he had South Philly. You know, I was doing my meth, and he was pissed. So I was selling this barber down on 7th Street. You know?
Yeah.
So every month I'd go down there. And he was a cool dude in the basement. He had his pool table and his, sofa and chairs.
Yeah.
around,
This is in, like, the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with the furniture store. My store was the
Yeah.
basement. I got the same thing, the playroom. Yeah. So he comes and Bill, we got a problem. I said, what's the problem? You ain't got a problem with my meth, you know. I said, it's good stuff. No, not that. He says, little Nicky. Let me excuse. He said, little Nicky, he says, he wants you to pay a tax. I said, nah. I said, excuse me. Oh, how much I swallow something here?
It's all good. Yeah. That's why we got the water.
No, and he wanted me to pay tax. I said, shit, I don't pay my own tax. And I told him, I said, so we're from Kensington, we don't pay taxes. I said,
Yeah.
"Shit." You tell that little dago. And do something about it. They didn't fucking
yeah, that's funny as
So,
shit.
so I
Yeah.
told my friend, I said, you want this shit? I said, I'm not fucking with him. I said, you come on up and get it, and I'll tell you all you want.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That's good stuff.
Same thing in Atlantic City.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Man, Atlantic City, I was there recently. It's a dump.
I'm sure.
It's a dump right now,
Really?
man. It's bad. I was there for like a jiu-jitsu event, and I remember I would go there like when I was in high school and stuff, and it was a lot more like cool. Not so cool anymore.
No?
No, man, it's pretty rough out there.
How's the drugs there or whatever?
Oh, I wouldn't know, dude. I wasn't there long enough
They
to
kicked me out of
case it
Atlantic
out.
City.
Yeah.
Meth, I was giving it to the dealers and shit.
Yeah.
Selling had a good thing. Yeah. The same thing happened. The Gambinos, they ran the fucking.
Yeah, the
meth business out
Gambino.
there.
You know about like the
little
mafia
smart.
and
I
stuff
said,
at that
well,
time
I said,
too.
This is their turf. I'm in their turf. I'm stealing from them. I said,
Yeah.
Time to leave.
Yeah, fair enough. You don't want to get in trouble. Was the mob really prominent like in that time too around here? Like no?
Nah.
I know like that was in the 80s though, wasn't it? The mafia kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
70s, 80s.
But you never were around that sort of thing.
Oh, I bumped heads with him. Like
Yeah.
I said, this little Nicky over there. That little prick, he wouldn't come up to Kensington and shit.
Yeah.
And see what happens. They all busted about the time I got busted. You know?
Yeah. That's wild.
They all
man.
ran. They all ran to the fucking like the. This was funny before. It was Otisville, where everybody checks in is before you get sentenced and all.
Yeah.
They ran to the prison library. And who runs the library? Bert Kahn, right? The guy who's doing ran the library had a 35-year sentence.
No.
Yeah, because he didn't cooperate and shit. He'd be out in 6 years, right?
Oh man.
So he was a librarian, and he held this on doing the work. So they're doing legal work.
Yeah.
So he did the legal work for him. All the mob there, Nicky's spouse, all this shit. They're all ratting everybody the fuck out and everything.
Oh,
Right?
no, it just,
So he calls
yeah.
the Fed and say, look, man, here's the deal. I can give you the whole fucking mob down there if you come in. Give me 6 years. Yeah, they did. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he ratted him out.
Yeah, they all
Damn,
fucking
dude.
ratted each other.
That's wild, man. That's so crazy to think about like that. There's so much like deception, like in there and stuff.
It was fun, but then it got shitty.
Yeah, you had to be kind of careful who you associated yourself with, I'm sure.
Not really too much. No, it wasn't bad. Like it is today. Today it's bad.
Yeah.
But that fentanyl and shit.
Yeah.
Like then people in the drop dead if they're doing the heroin and shit.
Yeah, man. I've had some friends that have passed away from doing heroin and stuff. It
My
scares
grandson.
the shit out of me, man.
My daughter must have spent $300,000 in the last fucking 6-7 years on rehabs and stuff, and she said, Dad, what should I do? You talk to him. So I said, that's the worst thing I could do is talk to him. Then he would take offense of it, and be even worse.
Yeah.
And he robbed her. Doing that fentanyl.
Yeah. That's wild stuff, man. I think about kind of how even the pharmaceutical companies now, it's like the drug industry isn't just like what you see like on the news and like the crime stuff with like the police and like these things. It's like the pharmaceutical companies are robbing people too. Like it's crazy what
they always do.
Even like stuff like the EpiPen, you know what I mean? And you see a lot of these groups like this is like not a very well-known thing, but there's this medical hacking group called the 4 Thieves Vinegar Group.
Right, yeah.
And they came out with like an open source, like you can make it yourself thing called the EpiPencil.
Right.
So you could take like the the EpiPen medicine and use this device to inject yourself if you had an allergic reaction. You need it.
Yeah.
And they also had like home centrifuges so you could make your own medicine.
That was real.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like you could build all this stuff by yourself, and it was
real?
their idea. Yeah, I mean it's all you can check it, you can research it yourself.
Yeah.
And they were like people were trying to get them in trouble for these things because they were putting them together, and they were like, "Oh man, like you're gonna enable people to make like any drugs at their house and stuff."
I remember the time.
Yeah. But the thing is, like their response was, the people who are making the illegal drugs have way better systems than the one we're printing out here. Like they have better ways of doing their lab stuff than we do. Like this is a very like home make your own insulin if you need it kind of thing.
Article I had.
Yeah.
We had the best one in New York.
Yeah.
And we had Joe shit in the bag man's cabin in the fucking woods.
Yeah, man, it's wild, man. So
they
how
put all
much
those in
did you have to invest into the lab before you were putting out like that amount of money's worth of stuff?
You shit here and there and whatnot. I don't know. It wasn't a couple thousand.
Yeah, you put like a couple thousand in, and then every day you were putting out like how much.
We made the P2P. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
That's what nobody does.
Yeah.
It takes a week to make it.
Yeah.
You make a gallon of it, and you can make 14 pounds of meth.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
Cut it a little bit, and you get 20 pounds.
So how much did 20 pounds sell for at that time?
$8,000 a pound.
Whoa!
It was on the street for 10.
Yeah.
We beat
Oh
everybody's
wow.
price. It was good stuff.
Yeah.
They had it same business sense. That's
Yeah,
like,
man. That's crazy.
Yeah, they're the
So
best.
that was like $40,000. My math right on that? Like $40,000.
Anybody get caught making meth, they think they made the P2P. They don't. They don't know how to make it. That's a separate process. Like
Yeah.
8,000 a gallon. You can't make meth without it. So
Yeah.
you have to buy it from the mob. The mob doesn't sell it. They were selling it in fucking Canada. You can go over. It was 20,000 a gallon or something like that. 15.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, it was all bootlegs, out there.
Yeah.
And Germany and then now Mexico. Everything's going from Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, they're in that fucking trade. Yeah. That was a winner for them.
Yeah.
Now, we made our own shit.
Yeah.
Stay under the radar and do our own. We can control it,
How did you figure it out? Like you didn't have the
we got a
internet
buddy
back then,
in
you know what I
furniture
mean? So
business. Like,
yeah.
we had a nice kid out here. It's the furniture store, the printers down here, the
Yeah.
laundry shop, the repair shop in Rockledge. We ever had a little gang together,
Yeah.
Got one guy, we get their cars, they pick up stolen cars and shit.
Oh man, chop shop.
Yeah, it was a little community. We didn't do it ourselves, but
Yeah.
I took advantage of it. I had trailer loads of carpet. The one time, one of the companies was moving out. And we get the trailer there for $10,000. It'd be about $100,000 worth of carpet in there.
Yeah.
Trucks. And everybody chipping together. It was a part-time thing.
Yeah.
Like my friend, my ex-wife, I'd give her a new fucking Oldsmobile every year old. $1,000. He charged me for new with the tags and everything. It was legit. So every year I'd give her a new. Oh, that was generous.
For sure.
So you take the kids around. I had 3 kids.
Yeah. So, like, I was saying, like, how did you figure out how to make the P2P?
Oh, one of the guys I knew that came into the store.
Yeah.
He said, Bill, he says, I'm doing it. It's this stuff. It's he introduced me to it.
Yeah.
Basically, Because people been into drugs. There wasn't anybody around, and nobody. There was nothing like today. And he said P2P. He said I'm doing it in the backyard right there. He lives right down Shady Lane here. And he says you can make the meth, make it meth. I said, yeah, why not? I'll give it a shot. But we didn't make it in the beginning.
Yeah. So this guy was just like some run of the mill guy. He wasn't like a chemical guy. Like anything like that.
He just got into it. He was good.
Yeah.
He was another.
He just dialed it in, figured it out.
Yeah, he was running other little scams around. That's why we got started and make it. We'd make the oil, so that's the main thing. And we kept under the radar.
Yeah.
We lasted around 15 years. So.
Yeah.
15. That's an
Yeah. It's fair trade, right?
Yeah. Well, what I learned was I do it all over again.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. That's wild.
Like I said, never once did I ever doubt it wouldn't be a success.
Yeah. You have. So
without doing anything.
Yeah. You seem like you have a good radar for what you're capable of, like and what's gonna work.
I never worked
right?
for anybody in my life.
Yeah.
My dad.
Yeah.
And then he fucking like I was in the Marine Corps when I got out, and they wanted me to ship over. That was peacetime.
Wait. You got out of jail and then you went to the Marine Corps?
Oh no!
I was gonna say it was before that. Yeah.
I was
out of high school.
49 years old. I went to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So out of high school, no, I could have gone to fucking LaSalle down here, and I joined the Marines. So anyway, just 3 years, and I was, after Korea and before Vietnam, it was peacetime for about 10 years on here.
Yeah.
We went into, I did a 3-year hitch on it, and it's funny when you get rid of. I was a sergeant. And when you go out, you see the top sergeant.
Yeah.
He was the guy. He was the one you prayed to, man. It's just he had a fucking whole chest of ribbons. For
dude, for sure.
Man, you prayed to these guys.
Yeah.
You prayed to them.
Yeah, I know, like the patron saint of destruction. You ever see that Mattis one? Yeah.
They know otherwise. He was a fucking Marine Corps, and that's it. You see him, respected the shit out of you.
Yeah.
We had punks coming in with it was all peacetime and shit, And these guys are ready to bust around. They always try to get you to ship over, when you're ready to leave. And they were doing that. Back then it was $10,000 for six years. You signed over,
You got like a bonus.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's sick.
I don't know what it is, like 100,000 or something they give out. So the service is pretty good for you.
Yeah, I think
pretty
so. 10,000 back then. That's pretty good. I only got 2,000 when I was in the National Guard.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
That's what they paid it?
Yeah, they gave me a small bonus. It wasn't much. 10,000 would have been nice.
Yeah, so they try to hustle you. Come on, Henry, you're in it. I said, you love my stars. I said, I love the Marine Corps. So my dad has his own business. He's a Tupperware and stuff. I got it pretty well made when I get out, I said, plus you guys pissed me the fuck off. We go, whoa, what's the matter? You get say, fuck with him like this,
Yeah.
I said, 3 years you locked me. You taught me how to fucking kill. You don't give me nobody to fucking kill.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. He said nothing's worse than a Marine Corps than peacetime.
Yeah.
That's
wild, man.
No, I love this shit,
You ever see that movie Full Metal Jacket?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was your boot camp experience a lot like that?
Yeah, in a way. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
They like hit you and stuff?
I didn't take no shit. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they fucking smacked you. That's why I joined.
Yeah, they didn't do none of that when I was in,
guys
man.
through the swamp.
It was pretty soft.
6 or 7 Marines. I said, that's my outfit.
Do you have any good boot camp stories?
Man,
Nothing
really.
weird happened? Dang, man. I love good boot camp
Huh?
I was going to say when they made you crawl through the swamp and they were shooting guns.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Where'd you go? Paris Island?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Man.
Yeah.
That joint back then, this is, like I said, peacetime, so we did the full 13 weeks. if there was a war or something, they'd be doing 10 fucking weeks.
Yeah.
They would give you a little bit of fucking thing. But we're down here. And these guys were honest. They were Second World War, Korean War. They all saw combat, so they were pricks.
Yeah, for sure.
It was made for that reason,
Yeah.
You don't build pussies. Out of 75% of the platoons, at the end of 13 weeks or 12 weeks, another week, he's getting out. But only about 50% make it.
Yeah, at that time, that's
but then
crazy.
you had the full 70%. Yeah, I mean, it's 77, you know what I mean, to balance it. Because people get dropped back and left back and shit a week. And being left back in Paris Island for a month or a week.
Man, yeah.
That was torture. So.
Yeah.
No, that was good. That's
good times. So, did you? Where were you stationed then?
Oh, just Carolina, down in North Carolina.
Oh, nice. What was your MOS?
Hey, pretty good, huh? You know what you're talking about.
Yeah, man, I've been around.
Okay. 1611.
Oh, I don't know that. They probably changed it by now too.
First time I took all this time, somebody ever said, "What was your?" So no.
He's got his plaque on the wall.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I see
No,
it.
that was the Marine Corps, right?
Yeah. So what was that job?
What?
The 1611. Like
A
wireman.
wireman.
What was it?
A wireman.
A wireman?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did you do? You did like electrical?
I climbed the fucking thing up and ran.
Oh man, yeah. Damn, dude. Like a lineman. Yeah.
I'm saying, how the fuck you give me this? I put in for tanks.
Yeah.
I tell you, that's give me a
They're
wireman.
too smart. They didn't want to waste your brain.
Fucking smart.
I put in for tanks. What is this shit?
And they give you the talks about a firefight,
Yeah,
Your firefight, if you're so-and-so, how long you would survive, a wireman. I said, what's a wireman? A wireman, they look at 6 seconds.
Yeah.
I said, oh, you ain't fucking me, so you're on the fucking top of that fucking firefight.
What the fuck? That's funny as hell, man.
No way.
Damn, man. So, like from your perspective, what's your opinion on how like the military is kind of treated right now, like versus back when you were in?
Back then, oh fuck. Now it's 10 times better.
Yeah.
If not more so.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, hell, these fucking hippies, back in the 60s, back then, especially during Vietnam, they're spitting on the soldiers coming back. And
Yeah.
Really, really fucking, the police, they hated the police. They wanted their freedom.
Yeah.
They wanted to get away. Plus the women got their pills. They're fucking,
Yeah.
birth control pills, and then they went fucking nuts.
Yeah, the women's
Before,
rights
it was hard.
movement.
It
Yeah.
was hard to get it.
So they were really anti like military and stuff.
Sure, they tell you
Yeah.
everything. They were
Yeah.
running away from home, going to these fucking cults and shit.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Well, even today you see some of that stuff like with like ISIS. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
And they still,
that
still get these women.
they'll leave here and man, it's crazy that I don't know, like you guys aren't that into like the hacker scene and stuff, but like they had that Team Poison where like the dude was like a Muslim that was hacking like a lot of stuff.
Oh really?
In Europe, he was living in Europe. And he married a probably British lady. I don't know if she was French or something. But they ended up like he went to prison. He got out, and then they moved to like the Middle East, and they were starting to recruit people from other countries to go join ISIS and stuff. Yeah. And then a drone killed that guy eventually. You know what I mean? Like he was like a big. Because he knew English and he was like, educated in Europe, he was like a really good hacker, man, like for them. So it was pretty wild stuff.
They would get these girls to go over and get married to the guy. They marry, shack him, and he'd have to share it with all his friends,
Yeah. What's the one with the Kool-Aid that happened in Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah, with that.
Jim Jones? No, is that Jim Jones?
Google it.
It's
yeah, it was a suicide cult. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
suicide cult.
Over was it Costa Rica now?
Nah, man, it's that stuff's crazy, man. But it seems like
hypnotized.
Yeah, man, and even now, like times have changed so much since back then, but the same problems exist just in different forms. You know what I mean?
Well, the person out there look inside. That's right. It's in front of everybody.
Yeah, man.
Everything's right in there.
Yeah. So how did it seems like you had a pretty good radar for like keeping yourself away from some of the worst people in like some of these troubling environments and stuff. How did you keep like a level head and make sure that you were like just in your lifetime, man? Like it seems like you have a good radar for who to keep around you.
Oh yeah, well they were sure I was a criminal.
Yeah.
I wasn't a gangster.
Yeah.
I just took advantage of the situation. Never hurt anybody. Never robbed anybody.
Yeah. But even now, like doing like with the yoga and stuff, it seems like you've always had like a good radar for that. Did you learn that somewhere along the way?
We did long distance running in the late 30s. One of the guys, he was going to fitness. He says, let's go in and stay in shape. I was like 36 when I got into it.
Yeah.
We were running marathons.
Yeah, you were running marathons at that age, man. It's probably like when that stuff was really pretty
when he got
popping off.
40, it was a Masters, so it was a 38, something like that. Mm-hmm. You got to the Masters, and your times changed. Well, it's the same like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man, that makes sense, too. That
crazy, lasted
man.
like 6 years.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It seems like, out of control, yo. Yeah, for real. So, I'm curious how, like, you're probably the most in shape 80-something-year-old guy I've ever met.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like how?
Wait, that was my birthday, 4/20.
Yeah, that's amazing.
These guys know when they ask me my birthday. My birthday is actually January 12th when I popped out.
Yeah,
but I go by conception.
Yeah,
and there's actually a tablet that the people that the nurses use.
Yeah.
In fact, my daughter, she worked up at Bucks County. She was in dispatch, whatever.
Yeah.
She thought, Dad. Says, when your conception date, because I have a book about dates.
Yeah.
So it's with a Jew, just making it up. He said, yours was for April 20th,
Yeah.
When you was conceived. Now, I always went by being conceived.
Yeah.
I didn't say 420.
Yeah. I like it. That's awesome, man. But how many people that are your age, like, do you have? I mean,
they're all dead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, most of your friends from your generation,
Jeez,
for sure, man.
I love it. People say you're gonna go out with somebody my own age.
Yeah, it's
so
like
what?
Yeah,
dead. You
there
can't
are
find
none.
like a wheelchair.
Yeah, for real. That's crazy, man. So like you probably are you your oldest like person that you know, like in your active friend circle and stuff.
Oh, but no, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I stopped.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're the oldest living guy, like, that hangs out in your friend circle.
Well, like, say school. We went to high school together.
Yeah.
About a group. There's about 20 of us.
Yeah.
We still stay together a little bit, maybe 10 states closer,
Yeah, of course.
Well, we all did the same knit, and, we're the same area. Really stayed in touch,
Yeah.
There's only 3 of us left.
Yeah.
Same age.
That's
exactly
crazy.
Same age.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I'm the only one that crossed the line out of all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They never got into drugs or anything like that. Just did the right thing. And
yeah. The straight guys.
Yeah.
But you're probably in better shape because, like, you're more flexible.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
Yeah.
Hey, that fucking 15 years was a gift.
Yeah. That's amazing.
I got them evened up now.
Yeah.
I've been out there. I had 20 years, so I got 5 years on.
What? So you know me and Matt, like we do jujitsu, right?
Yeah.
What's some advice as like an older guy? Like, what can you tell us as a guy who's like keeping up with the flexibility? What can we do to make sure that we don't,
Well, you guys know you're in fucking good shape now.
Yeah.
keep on fucking doing it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like anything, if you feel good at doing it, you don't stop. You don't stop and think, oh yeah, I'll go back to it. No, you're done.
That's amazing advice, man.
Then you understand, you feel it.
If you feel good doing it, keep doing it. It's as simple as that. That's
it's
amazing.
All about the energy. It's the same thing with the jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
That's a whole spiritual thing. You're concentrated on that.
Yeah, for sure,
rip a guy's
man.
throat out and nothing like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's like a different connection, man. It's interesting because
it's a science.
Yeah. It's so funny. Like I was telling him, hey, yoga's like doing jujitsu to yourself. You're trying to break your own joints.
Yeah.
I think it's crazy. The one thing you did, I wish I could like replicate it, but like we were like kind of going through our leg backwards. So like I was like I never did nothing like this before. It's like. You had some insane like flexibility stuff in your class, and I was watching you do it. I'm like, how the hell is this guy doing this stuff? I couldn't keep up at all.
They'll say how old I am. I said, what?
Yeah.
Hey man, the attention. That's why you don't see men at yoga studios no more. I
Yeah.
could never do this. I've done this 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Temptation's too fucking big.
Yeah.
Like sexual harassment's there. man.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
man.
it's
Well,
so-
you were saying like this kind of keeps your energies going, like for your whole body. Like you think
Oh,
it
sure.
keeps your libido healthy, everything.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
You
What-
do. You got the
yeah.
chakras in it. And the chakras are energy centers. We all have it. Everybody knows they're energy centers.
Yeah.
The energy center produces a hormone. You know?
That's
And,
amazing,
the
man.
more you stimulate that spirit going up the spine, the kundalini, it's called. It's the life force.
Yeah,
The life force is your sexual force. It's your life.
yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Can you tell me a little bit about like if you were gonna give just like advice to someone who's not too into the Eastern spiritual stuff in that aspect?
Yeah, right.
Like what would you tell them about yoga that could be very like usable advice?
Well, give them a workout to do. I got a pamphlet we give out to people. The only one I know of in the whole East Coast that gives this information out to some. Most studios don't give anything out.
Yeah.
They don't want to do everything. They want to control you. So it's called
Yeah.
the Five. It's a yoga-based
Yeah.
group, going
Yeah.
back a couple thousand years.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah, you
used
were
to just
saying.
meditate all the time, so they didn't fucking take care of themselves. They were dying young, and that's basically why they came up with the yoga.
Yeah.
To stimulate certain glands and organs in your body that
Yeah.
are spiritually connected, in a way with all the chakras.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it, and I tell you, when you practice it, it's there. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth.
Yeah.
It's not the lie. You practice it, man. It's the best thing I ever did.
Yeah.
And we all have it too. You
Yeah.
resist it.
Yeah.
You resist that fucking energy. It's
Yeah.
it makes it everything's good.
Why do you
resist-
think people are that way? Like they resist kind of like their
See, we're
body's
human
natural.
beings.
Yeah.
We got desires.
Mm-hmm.
It's how powerful is their desire.
Yeah.
And if it's beneficial, keep it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I never
man.
worked, like I said, I never worked for anybody in my life except my dad, and that lasted a year, and he went bankrupt.
Yeah.
And I hustled for myself. And one thing is, when you get into it, you found out back the decisions you made was really the right way to go. Like she got pregnant, and I already signed up. I was going to deep sea diving school. Like I said, the old man was in business. I was doing some other business and stuff at the time. So I was ready to go down, a deposit and everything sent. I was going to go in about a month. Then my girl got fucking pregnant.
Oops.
That's that $300 deposit I lost. It was a $3,000 school charge.
Oh
It
yeah.
was 6 months living right there. There was deep sea diving school.
Yeah.
And that was in 62.
Damn man.
63, no. That's why she got pregnant, 63.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow man.
So
Yeah.
anyway, that saved my life.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
For sure.
If I'd have gone that way and ignored responsibility here, nothing would have happened. Everything, whatever we have right now, try to like some change it. It's like a compass,
Yeah.
and it pointing in the right direction. You're paying attention. You wouldn't be here pushing it,
Yeah, man. I definitely.
It's real simple.
Yeah. It's not like I think it's almost like a sort of thing where you must be ambitious in your life to achieve what you
sure.
want. It's as simple as that. Like for me,
And we all want something.
yeah,
We all
yeah,
get that there,
exactly.
and it's great. Depends. So I bent the law a few times.
Yeah, I think it's in our nature as hustlers to bend the rules
Sure, it is.
and things like
Absolutely
that.
is.
You know what I
That's why
mean?
they have the police force.
Yeah.
To stop this shit. Everybody be hustled. As of right now, the arrests are low. People look at all the thieves on the fucking internet and shit. Man, it's crazy. Literally thieves. People lose millions of dollars.
Yeah,
on
man,
cons.
it's crazy.
Everything's a con out there anymore.
How do you avoid that stuff now?
Don't even think about it. If you don't think about it, it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
But
you don't have a computer, like you're not on.
No, I don't
You
even-
avoid the social media and
I
everything
watch
too.
news for about an hour in the morning after I meditate my first hour.
Yeah,
This is like 6 o'clock.
and that's pretty much all you do to stay tuned in.
Yeah, plus to keep this place running.
Yeah.
There's nothing I do
For sure.
My own shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. That's the main thing you got to worry about, right?
Towels, you know?
Yeah.
I love it.
What's your opinion on what's going on in Russia? I know, like, kind of the time you were in the military is kind of like some time that, like, the Soviet Union was doing.
Hey, I tell you what, I expect a fucking cyber war. That's what I think is coming
Yeah.
out of line. Them
Yeah.
knocking out the fucking systems. And 16 Minutes just had a good article on this past weekend.
Yeah. I think that's you hit it right on the nose.
We're serious about that shit too.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
The way she talks, she was the head of the Atomic Energy.
Mm-hmm.
The woman, yeah, she was pretty good.
Yeah, but I think you hit it right on the nose, especially because in Russia they don't punish the hackers there for hacking outside of the country nearly as bad as they do in other places.
They even said they could hit the States. Then look at what we got.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, like the nation-state actors and people that can hack like countries and stuff. They're sponsored by the government to do it.
Sure
you know, they have their whole teams. You know what I mean? It's like they have their own CIA, they have their own NSA. Every country, you know.
And look at the money they're saving from attacking and getting the same results. You know?
Yeah, it's wild stuff, man. Man, so like it's interesting to hear you kind of like give a like from your perspective, like at the time, like when like Chernobyl and all that stuff was going on with the Soviet Union, like what was your perception of like the world at that time?
What year was that? Do you remember?
I think it was like, I don't want to say, it was like late 70s, early 80s.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, well, I was out already.
Yeah, you want to verify that for me? I could be wrong. I could be. It's like, oh, that was actually in the 40s.
I was out. I think. I
Yeah.
got out in 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, before any shit was out.
Yeah. 86. So it was like mid 80s. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I didn't give a shit then.
Yeah. You didn't feel like that the climate of what was happening over there really affected the States that much. Yeah. Even now, I feel like what's going on, like because that side, like part of the world is so far away, you have people that are tuned in because of like the internet and like the TV and stuff. Yeah, but it's still something that's kind of disconnected. I think people are still pretty, attached to issues that are happening in our backyard.
Always, that's the way it goes too. I mean, we are.
Yeah, 1986 for Chernobyl. Yeah.
Fuck it, I know. But they had during the 50s, they had the drills in school. Yeah. Put your head under the
table. Yeah, that's wild, man.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. For sure.
And then the idiots building the fucking bomb shelters.
Yeah.
I'm so scared again.
With tinfoil hats.
Yeah. Then in Mayfair, right in fucking Mayfair. Right there with the house, the row house that we had. And back there you have like a little victory garden, like,
Mm-hmm.
from like the Second War, a little spot, and you just build, grow food that was there. But they dig down here, build a fucking shelter, spend about $3,000 to $5,000 back then.
Yeah.
Be 52, 53.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That'd be tons of money now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. So like, I'm kind of curious. Can you tell me a little bit about how you see like the world, like from your perspective, from like a religious, like kind of maybe not religious but spiritual like perspective? Like what, like you're in the winter years of your life, right? So like, where's your mind in that perspective? Like where do you think, your spirit goes after this?
Well, it's advances. It depends on how positive we are. There's supposed to be like 7 realms. Of consciousness, vibrations,
Yeah.
We were only in a 3rd dimension, there's 7 dimensions.
Yeah. It's wild stuff, man.
We're like fucking just monkeys around right now.
Yeah, right.
As far as consciousness goes,
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yeah, keep coming down. Thanks.
I'll take a brewski.
Give me a few. Get him another one.
Sweet. Yeah. No, that's good stuff. But maybe I'll talk a little bit about like from my perspective.
Yeah.
So like, oh man, that do me.
Hey, get in the camera. Thanks, man.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We saved it. We salvaged that crisis.
That's how you save the beards.
Yeah.
You kids out there, pay attention.
Take notes.
Don't wait.
Oh man, but yeah, man, I love to talk about this. So like, I grew up like raised in like from a kind of a Christian like like that's kind of like the religion I was kind of raised under, right?
You grew in the States? Grew up in the States?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and I as time's gone on, I like to be pretty open to things, and I'm pretty like flexible on like my views and things. Like I'm very open to learning new things, right? And I think that's a good way to be. You know what I mean? You're gonna learn a lot more.
You gotta be keeping. You gotta keep the creation going.
Yeah, and I think nobody has all the answers, right? Like anyone that says that they do, they're full of shit. You know what I mean? They're trying to get you to drink some Kool-Aid. And, you know what I mean? But like from my perspective, I think. Like, I really don't like atheism, right? Because I think atheism is lazy, right?
Yeah.
Like no one knows what happens when you die.
Exactly.
You're not creative enough to just make something up. Come on, man.
Go
make something up, man.
Some kind of party. Yeah. That's how you're doing it.
Yeah, but I think like kind of to your point, like I think there are other realms, right? Like I think that like what life is. I think just like we have light energy, right? Like photons. I feel like
DNA
the life force. Man.
Like some of the aliens in our DNA, our systems and shit.
Yeah, man.
Fucking all the.
But that life force, I think it transcends this plane of existence, and I think when we die, it goes back into that plane and is feeds. Yeah, exactly, man. It circles around.
Exactly, been together. They say at one time they get this down my fucking throat. Yeah. Talk about deep throat.
Yeah. You want to keep it like this is probably like as far as you want to be. So, yeah, bring it. You can bring it a little closer. Yeah, perfect. Thanks, man. But yeah, man. Like I'm curious. Like, do you have a take on that? Like, how have you come to the conclusions that you've come to?
Oh, what?
Like for just like your spiritual views.
Oh, it's. I meditate all the time. I'm not doing this. Just break it apart so I get my work done and shit. But it just comes to you. Like I said, I had no doubts. Yeah. I'm doing the same thing I'm doing in there. They said you can communicate some way with these, with your angels up there. You can't help it.
Yeah.
With the guides, we all have guides. Just listen to them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's real shit. They didn't put up enough my shit,
Yeah. For sure, man.
That's the deal we got. I'm doing what they want me to.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man.
Have a good camaraderie. The people are great here, too. I love them, the students.
I couldn't agree more, man. Everyone, like I said, was just super warm. Anyone who is a yoga practitioner or maybe someone that's curious about it, I highly recommend coming and checking out the studio because it was an incredible experience.
Another thing, I kept the price at $10.
Yeah.
For 20 years.
That's crazy, man.
Right here, everybody said, "Oh, you're a raise." I said, "No, it's called giving back." Something,
Yeah, man.
To the people. I'll never have anybody come in and say they can't afford it. I've had some single moms here.
Yeah.
I said we can't really afford it. This 10 years ago, 15. I said, look, don't ever fucking think you can't do yoga because you don't have the money.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Don't even pay it. Don't worry. I'm all right. Yeah.
That's amazing, man.
I make money, $10.
Yeah.
I own the building and shit.
Yeah.
Taxes and everything.
Do you think that because of the way that you kind of carry yourself, like through your life and even through your business, like we're seeing right from like your demonstrations here, like what have you learned, like versus maybe some of these like corporations that are super wealthy? Like, do you have a perception on like what is a responsible way to use wealth and power, like from your point of view?
Well, everybody's different,
Yeah.
Look at the billionaires out there. What they're doing now, you spend all the money, so they give it all back. They keep the 1% club or something. So imagine having 1% of your income. Now that's how many billions of dollars they make if they're gonna keep on continuing the life that they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And these days, you're getting into millions a year.
Yeah.
People going, this shit.
Yeah.
How much you want?
Yeah, how much do you want?
That really amazes me. Fucking money. Yeah, you have a good time. You can have a good time with a couple $100,000. They have fucking money up. But a lot of them do give it away. They give it to charities and shit. So.
Yeah. I think
That's 21.
Yeah. For sure.
We have the
man.
bad things. We have to do the bad things to get the money to buy the good things.
Yeah, right. It's gotta
It could be a
gotta
good-
rob Peter
do a
to pay
good thing in the
Paul.
beginning, right?
Yeah, man. It's the crazy
That's the way it
circle,
is.
man. Yeah. It's wild stuff, man. I'm curious, do you have like any specific dietary practices that you have that kind of keep you healthy?
I take a lot of mushrooms and shit. but not the
fun
scientific
ones,
No, I
yeah.
get the fungi perfecti.
Like portobellos and stuff.
California, they got them. The portobellos and they
Yeah.
got the mushroom food. And stuff. A
Yeah.
lot of vitamins and stuff. Like
Yeah.
always taking.
So you just stay on top of like supplements and stuff like that.
I said I need shit for the life I fucking lead.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, you got to be fueling that body if you're going to be as flexible as you
Oh,
are,
yeah.
man.
I've always been conscious. My folks were conscious of foods, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it all starts.
Yeah, man. I feel that.
Being conscious of what you do.
Yeah. So I'm a musician, so I have to talk about like the music and stuff. Like
yeah.
so we had some pretty interesting music in the class today. What makes you choose the music that you have in your yoga classes and things
Well, I'm
like
a big fan of the Kundalini. Yoga,
Yeah.
Basically, right? That's the life force. That's it.
Yeah.
And these other studios, they don't even know what the fucking word means.
that? Yeah.
It's a special practice. But, when Yogi Bhajan was the one, Yogi brought it over here in the 60s, early 60s, So he's telling all those yogi friends he's bringing over there. They say, don't do it. Don't take the Kundalini knowledge with them. Give it to them people. They don't deserve it. Imagine that. And
Wow.
that's in all his books and shit. He said, all these yogis were against me coming in and teaching young Kundalini. Because it's such a practice you get into, and you get into that, your depth nothing, the Allentown, the attainment, and the clarity of everything, and it's and so anyway, he said, "Fuck you." He comes out with
Yeah.
and that's what he is.
He was a gangster. Yeah.
and it's just controlling that center. It's Kundalini. I'm doing it right now. Just squeeze it. You squeeze your butt together. Just squeeze it right up the spine. Goes up through the head. You get that like a shock. That's the Kundalini.
man.
That's when all the chakras are working. They're producing their hormones. and
For
whatnot.
sure. Even with like one of the things that I thought was really awesome, and we kind of were speaking about this before the class, was like the breath work aspect of things.
Oh, yeah.
And it's incredible, like how you can almost generate a high just from doing the correct breath work.
Yeah,
and
like
things
what's that guy you're talking?
Wim Hof.
Wim Hof.
Yeah.
We-
The Iceman.
Yeah, we saw him here a couple of times watching him.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. He's a little more intense.
Yeah. I've done like cold plunges with some friends of
Yeah.
mine with the Wim Hof method, and I think it's one of those things where if you're not into maybe like the practices that kind of surround like the yoga kind of vibe,
Yeah.
like breath work is one of the ones where it's so easy to just prove that it works. Like you do not need like any other evidence than like the way you feel after you do proper breath work to know how your body works. Yeah.
That's what's keeping it alive.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, you get some
Definitely.
good shit. You cough your ass off on it. Fuck it. Yeah. I got cards I give out. I give a free yoga class. I just bring the card in. I haven't been to local dispensaries around. Man,
Yeah.
A lot of times,
Yeah.
get a free class, bring it in.
Yeah. Hook it up.
They're 420 friendly.
Yeah, no doubt. I think that's probably the general rule in the Philly area.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And the cops know what's next.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Tolerate us.
It's crazy how close you are there too. It's right there. So it's looking like we're probably closing in on like maybe a little over an hour. Just keeping us up on like how long we've been going. Just saying.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How long do you usually run it?
So my longest podcast was 4 hours. We don't have to do that. Yeah, most of them go between like around 2.5 hours sometimes like an hour and a half. I just wanted to look at the clock and make sure we're on point with where we're at. Yeah.
We say normally after Thursdays.
Yeah. We're chilling. I just wanted to keep you posted on everything.
What do you say about the crowd that's here? You
Yeah.
noticed them so far?
Yeah, man. Everyone's good vibe. And it seems like it's crazy. You had like a really like heavy Irish accent guy.
Yeah.
You had like some Asian people as well as like, just a lot. It's crazy the demographics of people that you have in the circle here. It's like you think jiu-jitsu's varied. Like it's crazy how many different kind of people you had in the room. Like you had like some older dudes. There was one guy that was talking to me about engines and stuff, and he's like a yoga guy. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. You have like a gearhead in here.
It was Paul.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy to think.
Pedro, Felix.
Yeah, man. Yeah, guys from different countries and stuff. So it's incredible that the bond that you can create from such a practice transcends.
That's what yoga means, union.
Yeah.
Come to the Christmas party.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
Invite
live
me.
by? You live near?
I live close enough that I'll come out. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'll make the drive. It's not a problem.
Have you eaten pig? Do you eat pig at all?
I actually, I'll talk a little bit about my diet. So I don't eat meat unless it's hunted, because I don't like the idea of consuming meat from animals that have been bred their whole lives for human consumption.
Right.
I feel like it's consuming like negative energy, you know?
Right.
But an animal that was hunted, like it had its fair shake in life, and then you got it. Same thing. I eat fresh caught fish. Yeah. So.
Good.
Yeah. Mostly vegetables in my diet though.
Yeah.
I like fruits, candy. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It seems like you're pretty tuned in and stuff. I'm kind of curious. So, like, what do you have like as far as the reasoning behind having, like, you guys can't see this on the stream so well, but this entire room, and it's a very high ceiling, is wall to wall with like what I can only describe as Bill Henry artifacts.
I gotta put something up there.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Can you tell me some
life
stuff?
history or some shit?
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that's like the daughters like get.
The
You
Marlin
can't get
on
the
wall?
flag out. They can't get the camera
Bro,
up there.
what?
Yeah.
See, tell me the story behind how you got that Florida Highway Patrol Station sign.
I always had a place in the Keys.
Yeah, okay.
Well, not always. I had
You
a
just
place
had
there.
it for a while, yeah.
And I got it at a good place for Key Colony Beach, and so we drive down. I'd take the kids.
Yeah.
Like jump in a van, we're down there in 22 hours. I had the kids driving at 13 on 95. I had two of them. One kept the other awake and shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, kids got to know it pretty good. So every time we come down, they'd hook up with their friends. The Keys, and one of them and all this shit. So, so there's one particular night, I come down with my son, and it's just me, him, and her, and the two girls. I had two girls, so they could get away with shit. They could serve and come in, everything else. They're the same age, and my son, he can't get served. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're 15 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can get away with shit. 16. So anyway, we get down, and as soon as I got down, there's one club over there. In fact, it's called the Brass Monkey.
The Brass Monkey.
The Brass Monkey, it's ironic, yeah. We used to go to it, and it turned into like after hours. So we'd go in and the DMC at the club, they'd be saying, "Hey, there's Henry, little guys." He said, "How you doing? You got some of that Philly Coke with you?"
Oh my God.
And I would take down some speed.
Oh man.
They can't get speed. They couldn't get the speed.
Yeah.
So I'd bring down some just to fucking walk and keep them up for 2-3 weeks, and for your own party. They give me weed.
Yeah.
$400 a fucking pound.
So let me ask you, like, when you were traveling around, like, what were the hot like drugs in like each area? It seems like Philly had some good coke apparently.
Well, it was the meth capital of the world.
Yeah, Philly was at the
yeah,
time.
yeah,
That's
sure.
crazy, dude.
I was getting in towards the tail end of it almost.
Yeah.
Maybe 3/4 of the way through it. But they didn't have too much of a lifestyle being number one at the heroin and the crack and shit.
Yeah.
The speed wasn't getting. Just getting the pack.
Speed was like meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
But it didn't have all the fucking chemicals like they do now. The fucking fentanyl and all the poisons they put in there.
Yeah. But like in Florida, like I know Florida definitely has a lot of meth now. You see Florida Man articles on the newspapers, on the internet, anywhere you can Google that.
But they like the meth.
Yeah, it's huge down there now,
Taking
dude.
over the coke,
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
dude,
dude.
that's a first in a lifetime.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Like, I wish I could pull up a Florida Man article. You'd be like, yeah, that guy that married the alligator definitely on something.
Yeah.
But
No shit, it's something, huh?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I think it just kind of goes to show like when you learn about kind of the technology or the methods behind a practice and you can achieve these things, you start to teach it to people, and it propagates, and it can
That's
go
what I
anywhere.
learned
You know
about
what I mean?
meth
Yeah.
from other meth guys.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it's crazy, man. You see it in anything,
Now
You
get it
could
on
talk
the
about it.
internet,
Yeah.
you get the recipes and shit.
Yeah, man, you could look at it from any perspective, like film. You know what I mean? Like how's this guy filming this way? How's he doing like these effects?
Really? Yeah.
How you doing these jujitsu moves? It's crazy. It's in anything. And even like you were saying, like the yoga guy that came over here. He's gonna create his own brand and like his own following. Doing his practices that he's found to be the way. So it's crazy, man. You can spin these things in any direction.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Back in the '60s was the big influx of freedom. All the kids wanted freedom and free life and love and free love and all that shit.
Yeah.
Diet pills are out, and so everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
And it's the drugs weren't that big. It's mostly some weed, coke, and then weed and all that. And then later on about. In the late 80s, some heroin and shit.
So heroin started becoming a problem in like the late 80s from what you've seen. Yeah. I think heroin's probably the one
when
that...
China White.
Was that?
I'm trying to think of when China White came out. I was killing fucking... junkies.
China White?
Yeah.
Yo,
Now, it wasn't hit on,
Yeah.
but it was pure. So guys are used to getting stuff that's been hit 50% or so, shooting up.
Yeah.
And it'd be shooting up a whole fucking needle full of stuff.
Yeah.
Everybody was ODing on that shit.
Yeah. It's scary stuff, man.
Yeah, and then they came out with this fucking the fentanyl killing everybody.
Yeah, man. That's wild stuff, man. What do you think, like, from back in the day to now, like, how has weed changed?
Oh, a lot better.
Yeah, weed's a lot better.
Yeah. 10 times it's all coming from, like, it wasn't mostly Colombian, 80s, and whatever shit like that.
Yeah.
The Mexicans got involved with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they took over, the cartels, a lot of them broke up because certain ones wanted to keep on selling the weed down in Mexico up.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all good stuff.
Yeah.
And the other ones don't. They said, fuck it. There's more money being made in cocaine and heroin and shit,
Yeah.
And,
That was like more South American, right? Like
Yeah.
Colombia is, I know, where like a lot of that coke came from.
Yeah, they were coming in,
At the time.
Mexicans were chopping it up and shit,
Yeah, it was just like making its way up, with
Yeah,
the chain and things like that. Can you tell me a little bit about how crack kind of like affected the area and stuff? Like when did that start
that's
coming
in
in?
early
and shit?
80s.
Early 80s?
Yeah, you see it because everybody was always getting paid, in the meth business.
Yeah.
Because we'd be at all the clubs, and out partying, the local meth guys. I mean, it's like Philly and that, Kensington now are real big meth guys,
Yeah.
So we all fucking compare notes more or less,
Compare notes
Yeah,
more
yeah.
or less. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
If
Yeah.
they know it's different junkie or so they sold to, the guy's
Yeah.
not paying them, give me the heads up in case it comes to me to buy, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
Oh yeah, you got to watch out for this guy. He
We
doesn't
have the same
pay up. Yeah.
competition, so they just go to the next person, But it's funny up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the guys, we work together,
Yeah.
Because we made our own and we had the best in fucking town.
Yeah.
And you know what it cost us to make a fucking pound?
Yeah, right.
Right.
It's like so little to make so
Yeah,
much.
just to make the fucking chemicals, that's all we did. It was $160 a pound.
Yeah. Yeah. How
$160.
How much money got seized from you when you got caught?
None.
None.
Nope.
What did you do? Like allegedly, hypothetically, if you were in a situation similar to that, and you had a few $1,000s, what would you do to it so that like to make sure it didn't end up in the wrong hands or something like that?
It just never get in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
That was all right. Yeah, but it seems like most meth guys, never had a lot of money.
Yeah?
Just fucking party and all that.
Oh, you'd use it pretty quick,
Oh,
so like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
not around. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Use it as quick as you make it was pretty much the way to do it. Didn't have cryptocurrency back then. Couldn't put it in Bitcoin.
That's the old cash.
Yeah, all cash.
Guys, if you figure Like it costs us $150 a pound to make,
Yeah.
and we're getting 8,000.
Yeah.
So what do you mean? What do you do with it? You know, it's just fucking pure fucking money. You don't got to pay off nobody.
Yeah,
you know
man.
What I mean? Just spend a week in the woods.
Yeah. That's all you had to do to get it done.
Yeah. And we
That's
go
wild.
back maybe every 4 or 5 weeks, make up another couple
Yeah.
pounds. So it's it. You know.
That's crazy, man. So you weren't like, you didn't have to like be there every day. It was
No,
like,
fuck
we want to
no.
make a batch. Let's make a day of it. Like
That's why
make a
we
week of
stayed
it.
in the mountains, because of the odor of making the meth. You know, really out. So to go through the fucking woods, and that's how it did. 90%
Oh,
of
you
the
could
people-
smell it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was really pungent.
Because that's what they mostly all get caught with, especially down in Kensington and shit. Guys make it in their basement and shit. You know, we stink the whole fucking neighborhood up.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
it smell like?
Cat piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
By the time you got pulled over coming back.
Oh yeah. Which one? With the one down the shore? Or?
See, you got pulled over coming back from one of your labs.
Yeah, I think it was from the mountains.
Yeah.
The guys like, what are you carrying sticks? You said you were suit
Oh.
guys
Oh, what- yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man, that's hot.
Yeah. We were all getting stopped. You know, a lot of
Bring
times,
it
you
a
know.
little closer.
You always been,
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
We all protected ourselves, you know. Most of the guys would just put the fucking pound in their pockets and shit, you know. I said, come on, man, what's the reasons? Because I had a, what the fuck did I have? Yes, it was a stuffed animal I had. I had him in there.
Oh, you had a stuffed animal,
like
and
a
that's where the
dog's
stuff
fucking
was at.
pillow or something. So it was easy to open. I could throw a pound in there easy and zip it up. Nobody's gonna pull the shit out. And the other guys are just carrying the shit, you know.
Yeah.
Like that. I sort of went to the details, but no, we had a pretty good time.
Yeah. So they pulled you over, and you just
yeah.
said, "Yeah. Tell me the story."
When
You were speeding or something?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it was, I'll go back to the way we met up. So we got locked up, and they put us in the state police box. They're the ones who got us, you know.
Yeah.
Feds picked it up later. So we're handcuffed at the bench, my partner and I, and this sergeant's coming walking by, you know, and looking down. He's looking at us. He stops and he says, "I know you too." I said, "Yeah, well, I don't know you." You know, he says, "Wait a minute." He says, "You were driving." And he tells my partner, and he says, "You were fucking swerving a little bit. I told you to stop, and you come up and you had a license, and so you drove his car." He says, "You motherfucker," he says, what are you in for?" So I said, "Tell you what, you'd be a fucking captain today." And his partner said, "If you would have gone a little bit further, we had 10 pounds of meth out there." I said, "I thought fucking car smelled like shit." And you were saying we do cesspools, we clean cesspools out and shit. You know, stay away from you. Yeah. And then all his buddies are yelling, yeah. So I said, "You can be captain today, you fucker."
Oh man, you'd be captain today. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
I said, "If you go into that extra step."
Yeah, for sure. Man, that's fucking wild, man. Yo. Oh man.
We had a good time being
Yeah, you
in
had a
there.
good
Anyway,
time,
you make
man.
the best of anything. Can't get out of it anyway, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely. Couldn't agree more on that. That's it's wild to even think about that, man. I'm curious, like, from your perspective, like, have you taken any note to how the internet has affected kind of like the drug scene, like with the Silk Road and like the dark net? Do you know
Yeah.
about that stuff?
I tune into it once in a while.
Yeah.
Like the dark net and shit.
Yeah.
You know, but no, it's organized, and it's always will be. You know, mostly Mexicans, you know, taking it over.
Yeah.
But no, it's not as much violence.
Yeah, right. It's not as much violence. That's interesting. I know, like, I follow like some stories. There's a podcast I really like called Darknet Diaries. Check it out. But they have, Darknet Diaries is really good stuff.
Is it born a pod?
Yeah, it's a podcast. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, but yeah, there's a story. Maybe you know this one, but there was a guy who talked about selling stuff on the Silk Road, which was like a what do you call it? Like a black marketplace. You know what I mean? Where you could buy like guns and stuff like that, and drugs
sure.
and everything.
We'd have to have something like that going on all
And
the time.
they would buy it with like cryptocurrency, and just like the way that they were packaging it and like selling it and making sure like you couldn't catch it through the mail. Like it's interesting to hear
really?
about that stuff because you need to cover it. I think in like Mylar, was what they would use to cover like the stuff. They would put it in like 2 Mylar bags and then put it in the box and then the packaging for the mail. And then like you could, yeah, exactly.
What is it, cryptocurrency?
Yeah, well, no, that was the drugs. They put it in like Mylar. Do you know what that is? It's like a material. It's like you would put like the drugs in the Mylar, and then seal that bag, put that bag in another Mylar bag, then that in a box, and then put it in like the shipping stuff for the post office. And then you couldn't see through into it, but they would use like Bitcoin and stuff to buy this stuff like on these dark net marketplaces.
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff, man. Like they're making a lot of money on it too. Like if you listen to some of the podcasts, like with that, there's a guy he interviews that was doing that. Yeah, big money. Yeah.
Just a certain amount of people get it. Though.
Yeah.
You're just taking a small percent of each drug sale.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Yeah. It is wild.
And how do you get the cash? Who's paying for it?
So this was interesting, right? So if you know about like cryptocurrency, right? Like
nothing.
Well, okay. So like
what I hear.
Just what I
hear in the word.
Yeah. So I'll give you a couple ideas of the background on some of these things, but eventually you need to take your Bitcoin and turn it into dollars, right?
Yeah. How do they do that?
So you can do it a couple ways, right? I could take the money and put it in a. I could like take my Bitcoin. Maybe Matt's like, yo, we just bought some pizza, man. I'm gonna send you like some Ethereum, right? That's like a type of like you have Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like think of like euros to dollars, right? So different types, different strokes, different folks, right? And so I'm like, yo, I'm gonna send you $10. Thanks for getting that mushroom pizza. I love mushrooms on my pizza. Yeah. And then I send him some money, but for him, like he can get taxed if he takes that Ethereum to his exchange, like Coinbase or Crypto.com, and then he tries to turn it into dollars. They're gonna take some chunk out of that. But you can do these things called local exchanges, where like I'll sell you some that I have for cash, and then maybe I'll like say. Maybe Bitcoin's going rate is 50 grand for one Bitcoin now, but I'll be like, I'll give you 45K for one right now, but you'll get 45K in cash, even though I end up with 50K. Yeah.
One Bitcoin.
Yeah. Right now, I think one Bitcoin's probably you can look it up. I can probably pull it up pretty quick.
Some fucking I don't play. Last time I fucking interested was what about $1,000 or something.
Yeah, man. No, dude, it's 40 right now.
40,000.
Yeah, for one. Yeah, $40,477 dollars for one Bitcoin. It was way less. Yeah, when I learned about it, I should have put $100 in. I would be pretty all right now. Yeah,
there's plenty of time too.
Yeah,
you had a couple of years.
Yeah, plenty of time to see that stuff mature to change your life. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what they would do. Like they would get like the money through Bitcoin from selling the drugs on these marketplaces, and then they would do local exchanges for the money. So when you would give it to this person, that money like is basically laundered at that point because I have the cash. You know what I mean? So it's pretty crazy how they did that stuff. You know what I mean? It's so crazy. Like I had another guy on my podcast, and we were talking about just war and how crime exists now, and he was saying like. Nothing really gets worse. Shit just gets weirder. You know what I mean?
Good analogy. I'll drink to that.
Cheers, man. I'll drink to that.
Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to think about that stuff. But yeah, man. Do you have any good other good stories you can share about like anything specific, even like some of your travels and stuff? It seems like you've gotten around.
You put a blanket and a pillow.
Yeah.
No, I'm not bragging. I don't working about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's good stuff, man.
I just stories all the time.
Yeah, man. I love to hear about like old stories and stuff. I think history is important, right? Like it's important to ask people from other generations how things were because the past repeats itself. You just have to identify the patterns to see how it's going to occur in your generation. So I'm trying to like figure out like some other things to ask. Like do you have any other kind of like what's your perception on like some of the stuff that's going on like right now in the world that are like really weird to you that like you were like how the hell did this start happening? That like never happened like when you were
just Russia.
Yeah, there's Russia shit
that's going on. Right there, it would never happen before.
Yeah.
You know, shit.
It's crazy. So, I mean, you kind of see it like you had like proxy wars with like around the Cold War time. I know you weren't like in the military at that time, but you'd see that kind of shit happen.
Oh, Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah, right?
They're
Yeah, it's a
fucked up.
perfect example. It's scary. It's scary to think about all that stuff. What do you think, like, from your perception on like just like the government, like how has it changed here in your perception, like through your lifetime, and then like other governments, like how have they gotten better or worse?
They treated me bad.
Yeah, they treated me bad. Fuck them.
Now, even in 15 years, they're a gentleman, you know.
Yeah.
It's good hot in the cot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about like in Russia though? Like, you know, the KGB was really bad with, you know, treating people like.
Yeah, well, shit.
Yeah, that's
They
you
get
don't
their
think that should
payback.
change too much?
Yeah. It's karma.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's coming
whatever
back.
you put out there, you're going to get it
You're
back,
gonna get
buddy.
it back,
You know,
yeah.
it folds sometime, you know.
For sure. I feel
You
that.
can't help it.
What about like do you have like any opinions on like how China's like kind of affecting the world right now with their stuff?
No, I think it's shit. They don't want to get rid of us.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for us, they'd be out. And they don't want to start no trouble.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It'd be crazy if they did. It would. It wouldn't even make sense.
Yeah.
What the fuck would I want? You're making the whole fucking anything we have here, you
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah,
what are you
dude.
going to do with all this fucking shit? We don't care. We can live in a fucking basket, you know?
Yeah.
You dumb motherfucker. We want that cheap price you're giving us. We can't get it any place else. You're only,
you're the only-
20,000 miles away or something, you know? Yeah. Shit, you guys are giving us a deal.
Yeah, for real, man.
That fucking TV would go for probably 10,000 if we made it in this country.
Yeah. Oh, it'd probably be worth more than that.
And that's made in Mexico. Probably cost them $50 or something. you know?
Yeah, man.
It's on one little panel box they have in the back. I was really amazed. The rest is all glass and shit.
Yeah, and plastic, right?
Reflected, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Because the price went down. I only paid, I think, $600, $650 or something. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think the internet changed the world, like from your perspective?
You know, we got into the time when I was just getting away from this shit. They had a little bit in prison, you know, and I said,
Yeah.
I didn't take to it much.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like the attachment. And, well, that's just the way I am, you know.
Yeah.
The old way. And like the people my age, you know, never got into it.
Yeah.
We can see the use. And I get into it a little bit, but
Yeah.
just enough to can't say I survive.
Yeah.
I get find out what my schedule is.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to do is to bring up stuff on YouTube for him.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
he's like, "What? What is that shit?"
Yeah.
How do you think it changed the world? Like, do you think it changed the
Nah,
world?
shit, it
Yeah.
changed it back in the 60s,
Yeah.
more so.
You think the '60s changed
Oh,
it more
fuck
than
yeah.
now? Tell me about like what was it
Fuck.
back then that changed
It was
things?
a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
That was just nuts.
What was a big
Anything you
thing
want.
that changed like the
That was
world back
alright.
then? Like what was going on in the '60s that made like such an impact?
Oh, yeah, Vietnam once.
Yeah.
You know, well, it came out 65, you know, and the people hated fucking it, you know, the hippies and shit.
Yeah.
They hated the police. They hated everything. So that's what everybody hated.
Yeah. So you think like the world was a lot more like in your face and shit back then because of that, like what was going on, like the global conflicts? You think people are more to themselves now?
Oh, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Even though we're more populated, the closer we get, but it's the internet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the camaraderie in the streets in the summertime. You don't see a fucking bunch of kids, unless they're stealing a TV set. You know, running down the street. You don't see
Yeah.
that camaraderie anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it. That's been proven over and over and over, this bullshit. But you're not going to do nothing about it.
Yeah.
What can you do? Nothing. Teach the kid how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Little discipline is fucking them up.
Yeah.
I can see it if I could have the students I got.
Yeah. You think
Fuck,
so?
oh, man.
Yeah,
It's addiction,
bad,
fucking
right?
Nuts. That's why I don't get involved with it.
Yeah. It's definitely I think it's it can poison your mind for sure, like the social media and stuff. It's
I get
it's
girls
crazy
that
stuff.
want to
man.
know how to get a hold of me. So how do I get a hold of you? You got your text? I said, text me, hon. The girlfriend said, don't text the fucker. He don't
He sent one text message.
I sent one in my life. He said,
Yeah.
don't text.
Don't text me.
Literally, I did.
That's funny.
And life
as hell.
went wrong great. I haven't fucking bugged me, you know. I do my
Yeah.
own thing now. I haven't changed by ignoring this fucking shit.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck. Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
From what you've seen, like what's the craziest piece of technology that you've ever seen, like that made you go, what the fuck is this thing?
Look at it.
This right here.
What do you
You're like,
what
you just made a
controls you
studio
right
in my
now,
fucking
man?
living room.
It's this little thing of the size of a little suitcase. You know?
Yeah, it's
Business
crazy,
kids get
right?
that technology. We didn't have that.
Nah, not at
I
all,
remember
man.
when fucking calculators came out.
Yeah,
And
you were like,
everybody's
what
trying
the
to
hell?
take them. We couldn't take them to class. You know, you can't cheat. You got a calculator. So,
That's
so
crazy.
I'm into this generation, and it just does too much. It's okay, it works. It works for you guys.
Yeah.
Me, I'm happy in what I do.
Yeah,
right
of course,
now,
of course, man.
I can afford to ignore it.
Yeah, that's us right there, man.
Hey, what's your name?
That's it. Yeah, that's live. That's
That's
he's
it.
he's looking at us five seconds in the
Wait,
past.
3 people looking.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
on the thing now on the pod.
Yeah.
Oh, is it on
Yeah,
now?
yeah, it's live.
Oh,
We
is it?
got some
Oh,
people
shit.
watching. Yeah, man. It's a good time. We're all having a good time, man.
You record it? Who records this? Anybody record it?
Yeah, it's all live. Like I said, the card I gave you. If you scan that thing, or I could just give him the link, or Matt'll help you out. Matt'll help you out.
Get to
Yeah.
this part again.
Matt'll-
No.
Matt
Phone
literally
won't
just
talk
pulled
to
it
me.
up, so you can just send it to you. Yeah, I gave him the link. Perfect, yeah, man.
It's just fun to be ignorant. You know, right?
Yeah, man. For me, I'm the same way, man. I never act like I know shit. Like, imagine if I came in here like, oh yeah, I've seen a yoga movie before. I know what this shit's all about. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. You don't know shit. Like, ask some questions, man. Like, make someone's day. Ask them a good question.
Yeah,
You know?
Test it.
Yeah, man. What is it about? Like, from your perspective, like, do you enjoy to learn from people? Like, you like to teach? Because I can
learn
tell
from you.
Yeah,
I
of
learn
course.
from
Yeah, man.
My man Matt.
Yeah.
I wouldn't make it my weight advisor.
Yeah, dude. For sure. But it seems like
I
you
trust
really
his
enjoy to share
knowledge
the...
and
Yeah,
get in
dude.
the right way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lead you wrong.
I
Not
know,
at
my
all.
buddy. Yeah, give me that.
But it seems like you really enjoy like teaching as well, and like
Yeah, sure.
right when I came in, man, like I vibed you acted like you've seen me before. It's like, oh, what's up, Brad? I'm like, oh shit, dude, you knew it was me. Like it was like you're the one guy I don't recognize, so it must be the guy. Oh, it's awesome, man. It was just such a warm vibe, you know, like right out the gate. So I think like you definitely have like the kind of temperament that I would want in an instructor,
sure.
you know.
Hey, all this fucking practice, I knew it came to something.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I
you
had something,
better
I
be
guess,
pretty
apparently
good.
it just had to be brought out to me that way, you know?
Definitely, man. Definitely. So I have a son. He's about to be a teenager.
Right.
And can you give me some advice that, like, you know, you've kind of learned about having children, like, up to this point? Like, what's some good fatherly advice for a son that's about to be a young man?
Well, it depends how old was he. Did he go on trips with you down to the Keys?
No, not yet.
Did he smoke weed with his old man at 14? And
No,
the kids,
not
you
at
know,
all.
taught the ways of not to do, stay away from the bad drugs. You know, it's all right with weed.
Oh, man.
Take them out partying when they go to the Keys. And like I said, we never did get to the part about.
Yeah.
How
So
am I
how
going?
did you get that sign, actually? I
So
wanna
she
finish
borrowed
the
my
story.
van that night. I came down. You know, we came down and stayed. So
Yeah.
They said, "Hey, Dad, I'm going to go see my friend of hers down there." I said, "Yeah, okay." Her and her sister, huh?
13, right?
No, she was 16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The boy was 15.
Yeah,
you said,
I
yeah.
think something like that. Yeah, it was the address. I mean, the date was 880 or something like that.
Yeah, 8,
480.
480, yeah.
Yeah. So it would be, yeah, April.
Yeah, depending how you do that math, that's 420.
Yeah. It's born in the 63. Yeah, so.
Yeah. But yeah, so how'd you get the sign?
Okay, so yeah, she goes up. So the morning, my kid couldn't go out and drink. You know, he's
Yeah,
only
too young, of course.
16. So we stayed home and watching TV and shit like this. So they come in the morning. We come up, and she says, "Oh, Dad, you know, I want to show you something. Yeah, we were out last night. You know, so I open the back, and I see this thing because it folds in half. You know, and Yeah, it falls in half.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I don't know why it was the only sign on the pike, with
Yeah.
floodlights on that fucking thing. I saw this. I tell you what.
I just want to make sure y'all know, this thing is like 4 feet by like 8 feet.
Yeah,
that drone's huge.
Pennsylvania Highway Patrol. A big ass. Somebody I saw it. I said, "What are you fucking crazy?" I said, "I wouldn't even take anything like that. Are you nuts?" I said, "Oh man, you're gonna cause a commotion in this marathon, Florida.
Yeah.
The Keys, like two lanes in and out. I said they're gonna put a roadblock looking for this fucking thing because we embarrassed the shit out of them. You embarrassed the shit out of it, my van, So we hit it. I hit it. We could fold it in half, so we hit it. So I get my kid. I said, "Let's go up to the shopping center, see what's going on." So we go up there. They got a roadblock going on.
No.
So I go to my kid. I drive over to this cop. Don't get in there. I said, "Fuck me." See, man, I'm doing nothing wrong. They can't see the signs. I'd see the cop. I go, "Yo." He knew me. He said, "Yeah." He said, "We're looking for a people store sign." I said I had to rub it. I said, "What do you mean? That little sign you had on the side?" "No." "Oh, a big." I said, "Nah, that's fucking impossible. I don't fucking do it." I said, "You had floodlights on that for 100 fucking years? I said, that's a big sign. And your fucking station's only about 10 feet away from it."
Yeah.
I said, "How the fuck?" He said, "Don't even bring it up, Bill. Chief don't want to hear nothing. He just wants us to check everybody and get them. We're going to burn them at the stake, and they're so fucking mad." I said, "All right, have fun. Good luck, buddy. That's the way I can help you." Hey, it's on my side. That's legit.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, dude.
That's a stupid
Oh, man. Oh, man, that's crazy, bro.
No, we had a good time down the Keys.
Yeah, man.
That property down.
What's another, like, tell me one more good story of like a traveling, like you were traveling and like you got into some shenanigans.
Oh, fucking! I don't know where to start.
About Andy in Costa Rica.
Oh, yeah, all right, that's a good one. What I've lived through in the future with this fucking bitch I was living with. That's a story in itself. I hope you're looking, Annie. You see what you missed? She was a psycho bitch. Yeah. Hot and cold.
Yo.
So there's that kind of connection somewhere. No, she was the daughter of one of my partners.
Yeah.
The business. So this is back when I was about 17, 18, her and I had like a little, we didn't get together because I respected her, and,
Yeah.
she would have fucked me. We held it back. So I got a joint and I hooked up and I was celibate for fucking, well, that time, not doing anything, but basically celibate without jerking off.
Yeah.
For like about 12 years, 10 years, 12 years. I mean, the super energy you build up with that, it's unreal.
Yeah, they have that now. They call it no-fap.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah.
Ask for some advice. That is advice he does give in private.
Yeah.
Some of us, he's like, hey,
Yeah.
Quit beating it. Quit beating off.
It does work. I mean,
yeah,
it's energy
I believe
belt.
it. Yeah, right.
You have. That's why you see the monks and all. They all teach that shit. But who doesn't?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get laid. That's the human life.
Yeah.
Shit like
Yeah.
that.
Well, you were telling a story about the Costa Rica thing.
Yeah, Andy in Costa Rica.
Oh,
Yeah.
So,
Sorry, we got tangential. It
you
happens.
know what's right. So I make us cut the show. I tell you what kind of part that makes it fucking crazy. But she's got this. She was fucking. Just weird. She was sick. She was. She was. Oh man, she was bipolar. Schizophrenic.
Oh man,
Yeah,
the whole.
and he pulled these fucking tests, and she was jealous of these fucking girls in the studio. I mean, she was fucking mad.
Yeah, in the yoga studio.
Yeah, she had lived there
man.
for about a year and a half. And I told her, let me go back. See, we got together, after I got out. I talked to her, and she was put away for 10 years. That's another story.
Yeah.
That's a fucking hour-long story. 2 hours long. But, a past life, in fact, we had a fucking seer,
Yeah.
So we talked, and the seer talked to me, he says, you were with her in a past life.
Yeah.
You had a connection with her. I said, well, I guess I fucked that one up, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. I can see it happening because it was a love-hate relationship the whole time.
Yeah.
So she could never get out of the country. Now, I went to Costa Rica just about every year.
Yeah.
That's another trip. It wasn't property. That's just fucking long story. But anyway, she says, I'm going down when I get off parole. I said, good. I need you to go down. I go down for 2-3 weeks a year with their partner of mine. This place we got fucked out of, property because of him. There's a fight. That's another story. Yeah. But I love Costa Rica. It was a nice place to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a good time there. So anyway, she couldn't get off, because of parole. So she got off parole. I was going on a trip. So I said, hey, come on down. I said, I'll meet the guys down there. So the guys are waiting for us down there. You ever been down there?
Never been to Costa Rica, no.
Well, we went on the Pacific coast, not the Caribbean. Caribbean was fucking pirates and shit they had. It was all Jamaicans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's that port? Port de Libre?
I don't know.
Where the shit all comes in anyway. Anyway, we went up there. We both got a camper we sent down. Shipped down there, it cost like $1,800, $2,000.
A camper?
Yeah, and we had a Jeep we sent down too.
Yeah.
One we picked up here, big engine, and cost like $1,800. I'm good down to Delaware,
Yeah.
Take it down there. And then they say you never have the license plate. This is they tell everybody. Anything you bring, we did 4 times. We took vehicles, shipped them down. And you never have a license plate, never have a radio left.
Oh, man.
No reason we looked, no license plate, no radio.
Yeah, they steal them on the way down every time.
We don't know, amigo. We don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, amigo. Is that the story?
No. Yeah, back there. Yeah. Okay, I cut to the chase here. Yeah. No, we're on the flight. Now, he's going to go down to Costa Rica. You come down, you just meet the guys, period. We ain't fucking around. You think I got a kid every fucking year I come down or something, It's just my good place to go. So we get on a plane. Now, she's never been out of Kensington before.
Yeah.
I've never been out of Philly,
Yeah.
So she's new to this shit, let alone be on a plane. Never been on a plane. She's 36, something like that.
Yeah.
Now, what the fuck? About 40. Yeah, about whatever.
Yeah.
So we're on the plane, this is the first time she's been on a plane, all right? Now, she has one eye.
Oh, man.
That's another
kind of like the Bill Clinton over here.
Yeah. She got kicked out in a fight when she was 15 years old,
Oh, man.
Kensington. And she got in a fight like 4 years. She was at a Timex watch on, they said.
Yeah.
It was like a $5 watch. And
Damn.
they tried to steal it.
They
and
wanted
the girl
it,
kid
yeah.
knocked her eye out,
That's
kicked her eye
crazy.
out. So she found out who the girl was. And after she had it fucking all patched up, what they did with that photo of the, Phantom of the Opera shit, to protect that.
Yeah. Phantom of the Opera shit?
Yeah. That glass that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
She got the girl. She found out where it was. He says, Bill, I got this double barrel. I swear to God, it's got the double barrel shotgun with 3 shells.
Oh, man.
He says, I waited till she got out of that door. This was right on Allegheny Avenue, Allegheny and Kensington down there.
That's crazy.
Right down
Right
there,
over
yeah.
here, man.
So she waited right there in the avenue. She said, no, Annie, I'm sorry like this. She said, I'm going to shoot the fucking head off. I said, I decided for a fucking arm, so she go boom. First shot, got this shot. And she explained it to her. The other shot was here. She fucking changed it, put a fucking extra shot in. She got 3 bullets,
Yeah.
Put it back in. She's like, I'm going to blow her head off again. And I decided to finish her arm. So she thought that I blew the fucking arm off her.
Holy shit.
Put the gun down, calls the cops,
That's fucking crazy, dude. You were there?
No, I was in the joint when that happened.
Oh, man. I was about to say, man, that had to be some wild stuff to see.
She was a crazy bitch. So anyway, we landed, and she was all right till we land. Then she get the one eye, and what I'm saying, she turns, she knocks her coffee off the tray, knocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I said, that's what sets her off, like shit like this. Yeah, you motherfucker. And now she takes her pants off because she had long johns on. It was in January, we went down.
Yeah.
And she hangs them over the seat. That was earlier before we did that flight. So she goes, I said, put your shit back on. Yeah. She says, stop trying to control me. I said, hey, look, you cunt, you motherfucker. This is the first time you've been on a plane. Fucking, will you listen to me? So we're walking out, she gets a cigarette. She puts her, I said, put the fucking cigarette away. They just passed the most stringent, most stringent I've ever seen. No smoking law for the whole country.
Yeah.
People respected it. Okay, 500 feet from a fucking building, don't smoke.
In Costa Rica?
Yeah. People say, great, you go to a bar, 1,000 woods in the jungle. New low taste, you do this, respect the law, which they don't pay attention to, but at least they put signs up,
Yeah.
But no, they're pretty cool. Yeah, shit. But then, what were we talking about?
Annie.
Yeah. So she says, fuck you, I said, okay, go ahead. She walks around like, never been a checkout or nothing, how to go, the cunt will tell you, man. It's just me, her, and then the people traffic there. Goes up to the line, you've been through customs.
Yeah.
They'll take you on, you don't take you away for nothing, you go up. So they took her there, and they see me, I'm next to go out, and they send me down the other end, right? It says, swear to God. I go in there, I said, man, she's coming. I get to this guy, I check in real fast. He checks, says my passport, and then you motherfucking cocksucker, you cocksucker, walking down the fucking hallway. And you got the tongue of these fucking guys chasing her,
Yeah.
And get her, you cocksucker, I'll kill you.
Because she's smoking?
No, she wasn't. So,
Oh, no?
And she comes down. So, well, she didn't know that the line, you're going to get together, you got to go follow the rules, She thought I was running out on her,
Yeah.
She'd never been in a fucking airplane, never been on even an airplane, So she goes back, and the guy's looking at me at the counter. I says, hey, turn around, the tension's here, I'm in country, right? Stamp me. So he stamped me, and he looks back at the fight, and he came to me, the stewardess, he said, Bill, he said, no, he said, sir, said, this woman is you. I said, nah, not really. I said, nah. She came, she's sitting with me. She's a friend. You motherfucker. All this bullshit. Man, she took it all wrong.
Oh, shit.
I said, nah, I'm not responsible. So I left, So I get all the way down to Hocko Beach, and the guys are there with the chicks. Where's Annie? Didn't make it. I said, oh, thank God. I figured it was the deadline for her,
Yeah.
I said, this will be the trip.
But they had to ship her back?
Yeah, so when I come back with my partner, and we check in, and stewardess there says, look, we're checking in. And she says, who's this Annie Bailey? I said, she never made it in any country. And I said, what do you mean, sir? She said, there was an incident at the airport, and she never made it in. She says, you the guy with her? I says, yes. Girls, come here. They stopped what they're doing. A couple of the stewardess came up. The man was that crazy girl, man. What? Holy shit. They said, yeah, what happened, I said, you don't know? I said, I have no fucking idea what happened. I didn't give a shit, So they say, Christ almighty, she goes a fucking incident, After they took the immigrations, and they kept her overnight. Normally, they send you right home. To the United States. Could be fucking California.
Mm-hmm.
They came from New York or even, But they get right with you. So they got her, and she was such a fucking fight there. They could take her home right away, so they waited till the next morning, and shot her home. So in the meantime, I'm down there in Costa Rica, down on the beach. My son's there. I said, give me your phone a minute. So I had to call my son, rather, So I'm there with the guys and shit, and so I told my Bill, I said, you got to get a four-root offense. So I said with her, Annie, I just kicked out. She's going to be back about this time tomorrow. Lock everything up, change the locks and shit like that. Don't just do it. And tell the police, right? The police are right next door.
Yeah.
I said, tell them, expect a fucking little hurricane.
Yeah, a little hurricane.
Yeah. Sure enough, she came here. And they told me this happened on the phone, See him try to get in. They said, hey, you're not allowed back in, man. You got to fucking take what you need. The bricks.
Damn, yo. That's pretty crazy.
So I left her in there. She got a little pissed.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
I thought she wasn't going to make it, too.
Yeah. That's good shit. Yo, so I'm curious, like, do you eat Indian food and shit? Like... You practice yoga, what kind of like exotic foods do you like? You like any? You're more of like a mashed potatoes or gravy kind of guy.
Don't like mash. Don't like mash. No, I only eat about once a day.
You eat once a day?
Yeah, not. Well, I eat deliberately,
Yeah.
for enough to keep the weight off. But no, that's all I eat. I meditate all day.
Yeah. When did you start eating once a day? Like what age?
I don't know. It's sort of like a once a day and then a little grazing at night.
Yeah.
I don't sit down and make a meal or anything.
Yeah.
So
But you've been doing that
that's-
pretty
that's-
much as long as
that's
you
not
remember.
that is not a sit down dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's grazing there.
Yeah.
So, and I've put on maybe about 1,500 calories. That's it.
Mhm. Yeah.
But I
That's
take
pretty
it.
wild.
Try to keep it down, you know.
Yeah, man. I feel
We
that.
got guys in his staff. Look at Richie. He dropped 60 pounds.
Yeah.
I give him credit. I can't believe
From doing
the
the yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. So a lot of people do it like for their workout, like during the week, like every day.
Yep. Look at nighttime, you know.
Yeah.
Did a hot yoga.
That's
a lot of them are married women too.
Yeah, yeah, of course. It seemed like I said, man, the demographic of people you have in there is insane. Very wide, like variety of people.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to see like so many walks of life in a room doing it. Yeah, it's really cool, man.
It's good we have a selection, you know. The
Yeah,
regular yoga's on the first floor with a hot yoga downstairs.
yeah,
So good for you.
that's good, man.
And they can't get as cheap as we got it.
Yeah, for sure. You got the
I don't
the
stay that
hookup.
way too.
Yeah, that's the way you like it,
All
man.
these pictures of raising money and fucking $30 a class.
That's crazy. Yeah. Is that what like a normal class like? Is like $30 for a yoga class?
Down to Liberties, they're up 25.
That's crazy.
So it
man.
is.
Man, that's pretty wild
Yeah,
stuff.
I could get
man.
away not doing it, not charging the extra, you know.
Yeah,
Not in
yeah.
the places, just, I love it. It's giving back.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff, man. Well, yeah, we've been going for like over 2 hours now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good time.
Yeah, man. So I'm curious if you have any like closing sentiments like that you want to throw out there. Maybe one last good story or anything.
Got 1,000.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's just,
Yeah.
it's just the way shit is. I don't brave. These guys know it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't brag about this shit, but it's just incidences that happen. They're funny and
Yeah.
what do you go through?
Yeah, dude. It definitely
My whole life's been
timeless.
pretty much like
Yeah,
that.
pretty much something like
you
that.
You get into it.
Yeah. Look, so let me ask you this: like, if maybe someone has made a mistake in their life that they're living like kind of in regret, like, can you give them advice on how they can find redemption in their mistake and you know what I mean, redeem
Yeah,
themselves?
there you go. You give them the copy of the 5 rights. Tell them to practice 5 rights. Get disciplined. Do
Yeah,
something,
get
you know,
disciplined.
and it's not an easy fucking thing to get.
course.
That spiritual
Mhm.
itself inside, you know, and it's there.
Yeah.
You know, just check it out.
Yeah.
It's waiting for you.
100%. Yeah.
It works.
And anyone honestly in Pennsylvania in this area that's visiting, we're in the greater Philadelphia area, come check out the Twisted Monkey studio, man. I know I'm gonna be kind of trying to frequent here as much as I can.
And check us on the website.
Yeah,
know,
you got
whatever.
the Twisted Monkey website. I'll make sure to get all the info from you and fill out the description. We got everyone saying have a good night as well out
Right.
here. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in as well. And yeah, man, it was an honor having you on, Bill.
That's the first time. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, man. I
Monkey
think
likes that
you're
too.
probably the oldest guest I'll ever have on, man. And,
I love
it's an honor,
I love
dude.
it. I
All
love
right.
it. I don't feel it.
Yeah,
I
for
don't.
real, dude. You're one of the youngest souls I've had on.
That's the yoga, man. That's that energy.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. There it is.